Hello everyone, this is Indu Rawat and you're watching India News and NewsX. Today we have a very special guest with us, Chef Gary. Chef Gary is a celebrity chef and is the face of MasterChef Australia. So my first question to you is what is this event about? Tell me something about the event and what is the motive behind this event?
First of all, I'm not the face of MasterChef anymore. You know, you've got new judges now. So I finished 3 years ago. But it's nice. It's nice to be complimented on the fact that I did it for so long. This event, obviously, you can see Konosh. Yeah, always eat together. Let's Konosh, and also Taj Paris New Delhi. They're the people that have made this happen, particularly Konosh. And I did a number of online classes during lockdown, which was obviously a difficult time for everybody, but kind of gave us a little light and a little food. So yeah, that's when the relationship started, and they asked me, come out. We'd love to do some dinners with you, and so far I think we've cooked for about 600-700 people over 2 cities, and this is the third one, so it's been exciting.
Wow, really great. So my other question is that you have visited India so many times. So my question is that how was the first experience in India? Was it welcoming? Was it horrible? Right?
No. I wouldn't be back. I've been back 15 times now. There's something I find really addictive, and it was really that idea of India and this colourful chaos, which I love so much, and big, beautiful, busy cities with so much going on. It really, from the first visit, was fascinating. I found that it was every doorway, every street. Still one of my favourite things to do is just to stop where I can find a good masala tea and stand and watch the world go by and maybe chat to somebody. I don't mean chat, but chat. So it's just, I don't know. I've loved it, and I've loved it because every visit, I meet so many wonderful, warm people, and there's a lot. We share the same sense of humour, so I find it really easy to get on with everybody. Everybody's always really chill, not all the time, but most of the time everybody's really chilled. And I think both Australians and Indians, and I've said it many times, have this kind of healthy resistance to authority, which I find lovely. It's nice sometimes.
और इंडिया की बात करें और इंडियन स्ट्रीट फूड की बात ना करें ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. तो मेरा अलग क्वेश्चन ये होगा दैट मेरा नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इज दैट व्हाट इज़ योर फेवरेट इंडियन स्ट्रीट फूड?
It's impossible to answer. It's like the list is so long. It's crazy. So yeah, people ask me, have I eaten a lot of street food? I go, yeah, I have. I mean, even recently I was up in Nagaland, and I had little rice roti, for example. I ate, all sorts of different insects and worms, silkworms and red worms and carpenter worms and, hornet larvae. And that's not strictly street food, but I've eaten so many things, whether it's pav bhaji or jalebi or, we still joke, my chef Dan, who's my assistant here, how many gulab jamun can you eat? Is it just one or is it 10? So yeah, chole bhatura would be, one of my favorites. I love papri chaat. I remember, I was driving from Delhi to Jaipur. We stopped halfway at Nimrana Fort, I think it was, and sat on one of the kind of balconies and ate papri chaat and watched the sun go down. So, things like this, I love. Raj Kachori. How long do you want me to go for?
Have you tasted golgappas?
Which is? Yeah, golgappas. Yeah, of course. Yeah, come on. Panipuri, puchka, is it up in Calcutta? And what I actually love is the argument between each city about which one's best and what it should have or what it shouldn't have in. Yeah. Oh, we can do 10 of those too.
And we know that you have a very special connection with India and Indian cuisine. So, what connects Indian cuisine and Australian cuisine?
Yeah, it's certainly not the spice. I mean, I think, spice and the way you use it all over India, Nagaland, they actually don't really use spice. They use a lot of wild ginger and wild kind of aromatic herbs, not spices like, turmeric, but they're a linchpin in most Indian cuisines, and state cuisines, whether you're Kerala or, Kashmir. I think it's more about texture and our love of crunch and oozy gooey soft, I know it sounds funny, but like that Raj Kachori I was telling you about, or the papri chaat, it's this combination of crispy and crunchy, and then kind of, the soft curds, the coriander chutney, in a Raj Kachori, maybe it's sev over the top, or, pomegranate seeds. And so Australians love that. The main difference is that we in Australia eat a lot of kind of juicy, fresh food, lots of salads, which you don't here. So things like, lettuces and beans and radishes and stuff that, we throw together with a bit of protein, and that's our lunch, whereas you don't do that often.
Chef Gary, is there any horrible dish you have tried till now?
Horrible dishes. No, because I always try and think about them. There's a difference between a horrible. No, there's not. There's a dish that doesn't suit your taste, and there's dishes that are badly cooked. I've had a lot of badly cooked food everywhere in the world, and that's not a problem. But a dish that doesn't suit your taste, I mean, it's like I mentioned insects earlier. You know, when I was in Mao Market in Kohima, you know, one of the market ladies gave me a little, you know, deep fried hornet, and the first reaction for a split second is like, oh, it's an insect. But I'm a chef and I want to try it, and so I try and lose all of those, you know, preconceptions and go, well, for somebody it's delicious, right? So I ate it and it actually was delicious. So I said, can I have another one?
So like my other question is like it is very interesting question and my personal question too. If you were not a chef, then what would you be?
My answer is always the same: sad.
So like I have another question. Like there are many young chefs who want to pursue career in this field. So do you have any advice? Like, do you want give any advice or a suggestion to them?
Yeah, I think, you know, becoming a chef, and actually particularly since MasterChef, it's really kind of boosted, you know, the interest in food and hospitality. Lots of people have, even on this trip, going in between the hotels, you know, different Taj hotels, so many young people have come up to me and said, you know, thank you, this is why I became a chef. And I always jokingly say, I'm sorry for that, because it is sometimes a really hard industry. Dealing with people, any service-based industry where you're dealing with people is difficult. But it's given me a really rich and interesting life. I mean, travel and food are inherently kind of linked together. And really the honest advice for young chefs is that if you're not truly passionate about it, if you don't really love food, then maybe slide out of it, you know, and do something else. But if you know that you love it, then stick with it. It can be hard. And like everything, you know, when you first learn to play the guitar or, you know, swing a golf club, the first couple of weeks is exciting, and then you get into what's called the dip, you know, which is the 10,000 hours of getting good at something. You got to practice, practice, practice. So once you get through the dip, then I think it's a really beautiful industry to be part of. And that instant gratification of being able to cook a dish, feed it to someone, and do it 300 times a day is, you know, is a wonderful thing to do.
And is there any special message you want to give to them with this event?
With this event, let's konosh, which means let's eat.
Okay, so like India is famous for Bollywood as well. So do you listen Bollywood songs?
Can I have a different answer to this? Who's my actor that was in Pink? Amitabh Bachchan. I watched Pink recently, actually, and I thought he was incredible. And the only reason I watched it is because every time I come to India, he's everywhere. And I said to somebody about 2 visits ago, "Who's the guy with the glasses on selling everything?" You know, like, and they said, "Oh, that's Amitabh Bachchan," and I still get it wrong. And they said, "He's famous. How come you don't know who he is?" And I said, "Well, sorry, but I've only watched a few Bollywood movies, you know. So, and my Hindi's terrible, so don't get me into that." And who is it that everyone absolutely swoons over? That, huh? Shah Rukh Khan. Every time I mention it, everybody goes, "Ooh." So I must watch something with him in it. But I did actually, one of my favourite movies was Dangal with Amir Khan, about 2 female wrestlers. Love that movie. And I'm starting to read quite a lot more, you know, Indian history and a bit of literature, you know, just to kind of, I'm reading currently the history of Indian food, which is like a bit of a tome, but it just adds every time I come to the experience and to my knowledge. Same as collecting recipes. Every time I come, collect a few recipes, and then my daughter says, "Can you cook it?"
So like if you're given a chance in this event to serve 2 famous celebrities, so like
2 famous celebrities? What? I don't care about celebrities. I care about people. You know what? It's really funny, and I do care about everybody. So don't get me wrong. I'm not being mean about celebrities, but you know, even in my TV career, I would walk into a function full of celebrities, and I gravitate towards just nice people. I've never been starstruck by anybody, and yeah, I like good people. So it doesn't matter. It can be the guy standing next to me drinking masala chai.
Lovely. That's lovely. Thank you so much, Chef Gary, for the lovely interaction with us. And thank you so much, guys, for watching this interview. I hope you like it. For more such videos, keep watching India News and Newsx. Thank you.